สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, always Felicia Chan from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. My practice so far so good. I'm very happy. I don't have question at the moment. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, stay happy.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ajaan.
Okay, we'll go to Jordan from Toronto. Hi,
Hello,
Jordan.
Ajaan. Hi. I don't have any questions today. I think I can just work with the guidance you've given me in recent weeks still. Thank you.
Okay, good. Go to Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm just using a new thing. I have no questions at the moment. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go to Elia Luanda from Indonesia.
Good evening, Tan Ajaan. Because I just heard about the term vipassana kilesa, so could Ajaan please elaborate what it means by vipassana kilesa and whether only putujana whether it only happens to putujana or sotapanna, sakadagami, and anagami also can have vipassana kilesa?
Well, from what I understand, is your misinterpretation of the truth. And that is considered to be vipassana. Vipassana is supposed to look at the truth, see the truth as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. And if you've seen something that is anicca, dukkha, anatta as something else, then this is vipassana, I guess. So it doesn't have any. It doesn't mention who or should be able to have this or not. Anybody who doesn't see the truth. Like if you still see your body as yourself, this is vipassana. Illusion, really. Maybe
Okay,
there's something more explicit about this term. I don't know. You have to look up in the Google to find the definition of the word. But it just means another form of delusion. That's all. Not seeing things clearly as they are. Okay, so try to stick to the three characteristics of existence. Everything that you come into contact with, they are anicca, impermanent. Anatta has no self. They are natural phenomena. And if you cling to them, you get dukkha. That's all you have to know. Okay, where are you from in Indonesia?
Yes, I'm from Medan City.
Oh, Medan.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Are you ordained or?
I have yet to ordain, but I plan to ordain by next year.
Your name is Piralia.
Yeah, I plan to ordain by next year.
I see, and you are keeping the 8 precept now.
Currently, I keep 5 precepts, but on Uposatha day, I try to do 8 precepts.
8 precepts, okay.
Yeah.
You're not a white robe or somebody who is candidate for ordination?
Yes,
You
yes.
are,
There is teacher here.
okay. And the teacher, is he Thai or is he Indonesian or what?
Is Indonesian.
And what tradition of Buddhism?
Theravada.
Theravada.
Yeah.
Burmese or Nepalese or Tibetan or Thai?
Pardon me.
Which tradition are they? Which Theravada?
My teacher lean more towards the Thailand Theravada.
Thai Theravada.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Hope you get ordained soon.
To be Meiji.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same. It just still follow the same path.
Mhm.
Just a different form. That's all. Instead of putting on some brown or yellow robe, you put on white robe. But you still practice charity, morality, and meditation.
Yeah, I practice meditation daily.
Okay. Good.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Next, Kwan Liman from Malaysia. Are you back home now from Thailand?
Yes, Tanaja, I was back yesterday night. Yeah, I'm still feeling peaceful and happy and contented with what I have. So I used to go to the museum when I was in Wat Yan to meditate, and it's very good day. And there were a lot of tourists who come. And one day I remember I was sitting there, and a child was asking, "Is this real or fake?" Because all the statue looks so real. So he also touched my hair, my head, and feel whether I'm real or not. So I just pretend to be fake. If not, he will get a shock.
In fact, all the statues there are made from wax museum.
Yes.
They have
But
likeness of the enlightened teachers like Ajaan Man, Ajaan Cha. And you just happen to be sitting there meditating. So they
I
thought
was
you might
sitting
be
in front of Meichi Q.
Maichi Gal.
Meichi Q. Yeah.
So they thought you were one of them. Good.
Yeah, they were asking, is this also fake? And then he touched my hair, and then after that he still couldn't figure out whether I'm real or fake. And then I think he came in front of me, but I didn't move, and I was sitting still. So they just wonder off whether I'm real or fake.
You should do something drastic, like shout at them or something.
Then he will have a nightmare. And I was doing walking meditation inside at the corner there. So when somebody turned into the corner, they saw me. They thought I'm a white ghost floating at the corridor. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Is Upasika Ki Nanayan also an arahat?
Well, I think all the wax museum, all the figures there are supposed to be fully enlightened disciples. I believe, I don't know, but she's highly regarded though.
Yes.
I think there's only 2 women in Thailand that is highly regarded among the meditators to be fully enlightened.
Yes.
It's inspiring to see somebody like you, same sex like you, and they can do it. So maybe you also can do it too.
Yeah,
Okay.
next time.
What do
But
you mean
I'm
next
happy.
time? What are you waiting for? Next life? You mean next life? You might not meet Buddhism again.
Yeah. And I try to, at first the first week I was very determined and enthusiastic. Then after that I keep having goal, and I keep having a wish to attain certain thing and this and that. And then after that I feel I'm blocked. So, and then after that when I came back from Kauchion, I feel I cannot sit for a few days properly. So after that I try to relax a bit, and then yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Because I keep home. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be in the middle, not too eager and not too relaxed. Somewhere in between.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just stay with mindfulness. Just stay
Yes.
calm, stay with mindfulness,
Okay.
and stop thinking. Your desire can be a problem, even if desire to become enlightened, because it can make your mind restless and too ego, too enthusiastic.
Yes.
So try to stay calm, stay mindful, and keep on doing your work.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
you're welcome. Go to New Zealand with Anura and Ramya. You have been away last
Yeah.
week or two.
Yeah, good evening, Thailand. So we couldn't attend for last 2 weeks. I was not well, couldn't wake up. So today we put an alarm and then woke up to make sure we join.
Mhm.
Just inspiration to listen to Dhamma live. So yeah, so do you have any question? So Ajahn, I have just one question. I've heard the term some monks use vipassana samadhi, but I'm not sure it's a real Dhamma or real term appears in Sutta. So
I think they mean wisdom develops samadhi. Instead of using mindfulness to develop samadhi, like watching your breath or reciting a mantra, you can use the wisdom contemplation to calm your mind also. Like go through the 32 parts of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about the 32 parts can also calm your mind. And might not to the point of full samadhi, but it can calm your mind. Some people have sexual tendency, and they find it hard to concentrate. So they can use these 32 parts of the body contemplation, the contemplation of the 10 stages of the corpse. If they can do that, look at those things, and this is considered wisdom. This is truth. You're using truth or wisdom to calm your mind, calm your sexual desire, so that your mind become normal more or less, and then enable you to continue on with your concentration of watching your breath or something.
Yeah.
So this is what it means by wisdom develops samadhi, using wisdom contemplation. Contemplating on anything that bother you at that time, to see them as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Sometimes you have a painful feeling and you cannot concentrate, then you have to deal with the pain first by contemplating on the nature of pain as being anatta, not something you can control. You cannot force it to go away. The more you want it to go away, the more stress you have, the more restless and agitated you might become. So if you let your mind to accept the pain and not try to get rid of it, because it's like a natural phenomenon. It's a natural phenomenon, not under anybody's control. They come and they go by condition. If the condition rise, if there's a condition for them to come, they come. And when the condition for them to come disappear, then they disappear. Not on they don't take your order. So you have to learn to live with them when they come or go. This can also calm your mind, stop your restlessness and agitation from trying to dealing with the pain inappropriately. Normally, we try to get rid of the pain when they arise. But with wisdom, you learn that instead of trying to get rid of it, try to learn to live with it better. It's easier that way. Then you can live with any type of pain when they all come up. If you try to get rid of this particular type of pain, the next time maybe there's a different type of pain, then you have to find different method, different medicine or whatever. So you just use wisdom, develop samadhi, contemplation on the three characteristics, on the object of your concern, of your restlessness and agitation. Teach your mind how to deal with this properly. By letting go, just merely observing. Merely know, the Buddha said, whatever you come across, just merely know. Don't react. Don't do anything to them. They are not under your control. Sometimes you might be able to control them, but then sometimes you cannot. And when you cannot, then you'll find it very stressful to you. So it's better not to try to change them or control them. Just try to accept them for as they are. This covers everything: people, things, the weather, the painful feeling in your body. Okay.
Okay. And another question, Tanaja. So if one practices only the inside samadhi, so is it possible to achieve Sotapanna level just without getting into breath meditation or Buddha or just
you still have to get to the fourth jhana.
both?
You still need to get. This is when you get obstacles on your meditation practice, you cannot concentrate on your breath because you have some issues in your mind that keeps nagging you, keep preventing you from calming down or concentrate on your breath. Then you have to deal with those issues first. Sometimes you can use mindfulness. If you have strong mindfulness, you Bhutto, and then you can forget about the issues that worry you, that bothers you. But sometimes your mindfulness is not strong enough to pull your mind away from the issue, and you might have to use wisdom contemplation. But eventually, we still have to practice anapanasati. We have to focus, concentrate on just one object, and stop thinking altogether. Unless some of the issues are really, really big, and it can make your mind enter into jhana, that is also possible sometimes. If you come face to face with death, something like that, and then you contemplate on the nature of your body and see that the body is impermanent. It's going to die regardless of whatever you do to it. You won't be able to stop it when it's time for it to die. If you can see this and you feel that you're going to die at that moment and you willingly accept death, then your mind can let go of your attachment to your body and enter into jhana that way. But there has to be some real strong issue. Like death or really painful feeling. Nokta Mahabhuya said, he said, and meditate, and then face 3 phases of the painful feeling, from the low level to the highest level. There's 3 levels. You compare them. The first one like a mouse, the second like a pig, the third one is like an elephant. And he had to use contemplation on the nature of pain to be able to deal with them. And then his mind can get into jhana that way through the third one, to the third level.
So that would be very helpful just before when someone is dying. So if you practice,
That's right.
yeah.
You might be able to become a Sotapanna before you die. Like the Buddha's father became enlightened 7 days before he died, when he was really sick and about to die. And the Buddha taught him how to let go of the body and pain, and eventually the mind also. So he became enlightened 7 days before passing away. Sometimes we need to be boxed into a corner, driven to a corner where there's nothing else we can do but fight with wisdom, with Dhamma. Otherwise, we will fight with some other things like medicine or whatever people use. They don't want to use their own resource. They want to rely on something else, which is not the permanent cure. And instead of becoming a cure, it becomes a problem later on when you become dependent on it, like painkillers.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we tend to do that, yes. Maybe that's our last resort.
Better use the Dhamma medicine, Dhamma medicine. Either mindfulness or wisdom. In order to be able to use wisdom effectively, you need strong mindfulness first. Or else you won't be able to investigate the nature of pain when pain arises. Because your mind already starts to be restless and not calm. So you have to have strong concentration to be able to investigate the nature of pain or contemplate on the nature of pain. So practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the first key you need to develop to get you to samadhi, and then after that, then you can go to wisdom.
Yeah.
But for some people, maybe they have this intuitive ability to investigate, to analyze things. They might be able to use wisdom to solve the problem. Like if you have an analytic mind, then you might, like if you're an engineer or scientist, then you can use your ability to think scientifically with Dhamma, because Dhamma is also another branch of science.
Yes. We
It's
both are
mental.
engineers, so we tend to do that.
Yeah, it's
also.
mental science. It's cause and effect. You have a cause and you have an effect. And you can eliminate the cause, then the effect will disappear. So you have to think like this in order to use vipassana contemplation. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajaan. Thank you. Very helpful.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll go to Thailand, to Titima.
นมัสการค่ะพระอาจารย์ Today I don't have any question ค่ะ
Okay. You want to study English?
Yes.
Dhamma English. So
Yes,
you can
yes.
talk to your foreign friends about Dhamma.
ค่ะ
Because you don't know how to use the Dhamma in English.
I just learn ค่ะ
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Kok Seng from Singapore.
evening. Prajan, no questions at the moment. Thank you,
Okay.
Prajan.
Go to Peru, Cecilia, Lima. You in Lima?
Yes, I'm in Lima still.
Mm.
Hello, Prajan. I have a question about meditation. What you were just speaking to Anura and Ramya. I had been contemplating before the Brahma Viharas and death contemplation last for the past months to calm the mind, no? As you said. But for a couple of weeks, my mind has been going directly to the breath, and it just wants to stay there the whole hour, no? So it's
Yeah.
fine because it's calm and tranquil.
right.
So yes, it's
The
fine
breath
until
is-
there. No?
Yes, the breath is eventually what you want to use for your meditation.
Yes, but the thing is that I also contemplated before on death and on the Brahma Viharas because it helped me to deal with the things in daily life.
You can
And
continue
now,
on with that. You can do it all day
yes,
long as you like.
yeah, I tried that, but it's really not possible because during my meditations, I mean, in the morning and in the evening, I can focus on things, no? But during the day, I'm really going from one place to the other. I can be a little bit more mindful in the things that I do during the day, but if I want to contemplate on death or even try to think about the Brahma Viharas, it's really difficult. So I used to do that during my sitting meditation times, but now I don't have that. And I think I should be contemplating. I feel that, I don't know, if I die in 1 week, I'm totally unprepared for that, no? Or if somebody, a loved one dies in 1 week, I'm not prepared. I'm not so prepared for that. I'm a little bit more mindful during the day, but
So you need
I
to
don't know what.
practice more. You need to practice more. Find a day where you don't have to work, then devote that day for your practice. Like on your day off, instead of going on a holiday, go on picnic, or go on doing something like that, devote that day for meditation, for contemplation, and
Yeah.
and meditation. Then you can do it all day long. You can walk it. When you walk, you contemplate on death, on Brahma Vihara. And when you're not walking, when you sit, you meditate, you focus on your breath. Try to do that all day long on your day off. You need to go to a retreat to really push your practice up to a higher level. If you remain the same, if you do now like you normally do now, you won't go up higher than where you are. You want to go up higher, you have to put more time.
Peaceful and just focus on the breath after an online retreat that I went.
Yeah.
But the online retreats are only 2 or 3 times a year. And I wish I had one day for myself, but I don't because I take care of my mother. So there's always, even I have some caretakers during some hours during the day so I can do other things, but there's really not one single day when I really have nothing to do. I always have to take care of her. No, she's elderly and she really she can do lots of things by herself, almost nothing. So yeah, but the retreat thing, so I have to wait until a retreat.
I guess so. Don't you have a day off at least once a week?
No, and now I am so busy with the things in the house or with my mother, with her health. And now I'm looking for a paid job. So I think I'm really afraid of that because I think it's going to become worse even with a paid job, and I get out of the paid job if I get it because I haven't been very, very lucky in that. Then I have to take care of my mother. So I think that it will be worse later. Yeah, and probably I wouldn't even have time for the online retreats. So I'm happy now that my at least I have some hours to meditate and that my mind is finally finding some calm and tranquility. But I'm also a little bit worried about it's not really sustainable, no, in terms of time during the day to do that. But on what you recommended me, so by now I should continue just with the breath, or I should try to contemplate until I have more hours in a day to practice.
Well, if you can concentrate on your breath, then you just concentrate on your breath when you meditate. But when you're not meditating, then you can use your contemplation of death or Brahma Vihara. But when you meditate, when you sit still, then if you can concentrate on your breath, then just use the breath. But during other times, when you're not sitting, when you're doing your work, when you're dealing with people, if you deal with your mother, you should use Brahma Vihara. You should have loving kindness, compassion, and patience. Ubeka. Sometimes you need ubeka. When she becomes difficult to deal with, and you need ubeka. But in the back of your mind, you must always look after her with compassion or with loving kindness.
Okay. So during my sitting meditation, I just stay with the breath all the time.
If you can. If you cannot, then you have to use death contemplation to calm your mind down. It depends on what bothers you at that time.
Yeah, nothing bothers me now. It's like the calm has the mind has just say now it's just breath. It's like my thinking that says I should be contemplating rather than, and my mind says let's go to the breath, but something told me you should be contemplating. So yeah, but I will just do it as you advised.
Yeah, because contemplation. If you haven't yet got into jhana, your contemplation will not be able to fully eliminate your defilement. It can only partially deal with your defilement. By lessen your defilement from time to time, but not eliminate it entirely if you haven't got jhana. So, but it can help calm your mind from time to time when you cannot concentrate on your breath. So it has two usage. One, to calm your mind when your mind becomes restless or agitated, so that you can then calm your mind down, then be able to concentrate on your breath to get into jhana. And once you have jhana, and if you contemplate on that, you might be able to completely eliminate your attachment to your body permanently. Okay.
Okay,
So,
Tanajan, it was only that.
It's two levels of usage. Wisdom. If you use wisdom to develop samadhi, then this is just on the lower level. You want to use wisdom to eliminate dukkha permanently, but eliminate your attachment, your defilement permanently. And that's the full vipassana level.
Okay, Tanajan. Many thanks.
Okay. Dr. Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I hope you're doing well. I don't have any questions tonight. Just happy to be listening in.
Okay. Go to Sri and check. You've been in here a couple of times with last 2 weeks, but finally you left the room, huh?
We have to go to Vancouver to study.
I see.
I tried to turn on like in the car with the iPhone, but it doesn't work.
So today we just do it earlier before we left.
I see you have to do study, some kind of study.
Yeah, we had to do teaching training for to teach children.
For your certificate or something, huh?
Yeah, to I guess to retrain.
There's a certificate, and also there's a to get more knowledge.
I see.
Yeah.
You have to catch up with the latest technology. Huh?
Actually, we're learning like the previous technology, which they stress more on teaching children being mindful.
Grace and courtesy.
Yeah.
They should teach them to have Brahma Vihara. That's the original teaching. To be kind, to be loving toward other people.
That's what yeah, that's what we are learning as well.
One of the
And
lessons.
to be
Yeah, one of the lessons.
tolerant with other people, not to get angry, not to hurt other people. They
Yeah,
don't teach moral anymore somehow.
yeah.
I think this course is not about technology. Like they do teach children. They say they call it grace and courtesy. So
Yeah.
it's
Courteous,
pretty
be kind and courteous.
yeah, courteous. Yeah. So I think it's useful. I think to
Polite, to be polite, to be courteous.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe share a news with you, Tanaja. Like
Yeah, Ajaan, while on my way to school, one day I received a call from my teacher, from my sisters, that another sister's son was killed in South Africa while they are vacationing.
yeah, he was shot in
He
the
was
head.
shot in the head.
And
Like,
he died on the spot.
So and of course, I'm not sure what to.
Very young.
They're still very young, I think only 40 years old, or orthopedic surgeon.
That's because they never study, they never contemplate on death. If they contemplate on death every day, then they would know that this is normal. To be alive is abnormal. To die is normal.
To be alive is abnormal.
Yeah.
So we are abnormal.
We are abnormal. We should be dead.
We should be dead.
Yeah, that's normal.
But we cannot say that to people. only here we can discuss this.
But that's the truth. To be dead is normal. But to be alive, this is abnormal. This is something abnormal. And we try to make it normal. And we try to treat that as abnormal. So when that happens, it becomes a big news,
Yeah, it's true. Because we never, I guess I never thought that we read news every day. Like we saw news about people getting shot, but when it happened to like family members, somehow it becomes like, oh, abnormal, I guess.
Because you don't apply to from what you heard or see. The Buddha said you should apply to yourself and everybody that you know. When you see somebody die, you should say, I will die too. My husband will die too. My sons and daughters will die too. My friends will die too. My relatives will die too.
Yeah.
You have to do this. Then when things happen, then you won't feel, upset or surprised.
Shock, yeah.
Shock, I guess. Yeah.
I think I remember Ajaan, I remember you said that you said that it doesn't matter how we die, right? Because we die,
How
but
or where, when, doesn't matter.
how, where, when, yeah, or what happened, or how it happened to us. Yeah.
The fact is that we all will die. So keep contemplating on this. Like Celia, she just mentioned about contemplating on death. Maybe when her mother died, she won't feel anything because she already knows this is going to happen sooner or later. Or maybe to herself, maybe she died before her mother, who knows. You have to contemplate on everybody that you know. People you don't know, they die, it don't bother you, right? It doesn't bother you when other people that you don't know. But when people you know die, it bothers you.
Yeah. I feel that my heart hurts because the mom is sitting right beside him, and when he was shot, like he died in her
While driving.
arms. So I feel like my heart feels painful for her because I think it's very tragic for her. I just somehow I feel like, yeah, my heart hurts for her because I
You
think
watch too much movie, I think.
the way she described it, I think is very, I don't know. I feel like I
Very
feel
dramatic, very dramatic.
yeah, it's like very and the wife and the son only 2 years old. They also have to watch him die in the car, so it's a little bit hard for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I might think of
If
it.
they have some mindfulness, they might reflect. Thank God there's only one die and the rest of us still alive. You know.
I think
They let them live.
they
The shooter let them live because there are a lot of people there.
yeah.
So they saw they saw, like, he's dead. So
Yeah, they didn't
let
kill all of
yeah,
them.
they didn't
Yeah.
kill all of them.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, just like
That's the price you pay for going on vacation. So next time when you go to vacation, you must think twice whether it's worth the risk or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
You have to pay your money to die. You have to pay to die.
Yeah, it's true. You really have to.
Yeah.
I didn't say it to people, but that's how I feel too. I think, it's not yeah. You stay at home is better. I guess we will die anyways too, right? Even if we stay at home, you also die.
Yeah, this thing, one shock is the death, but another thing is like so uncertain.
That's the reason why the Buddha teaches us to contemplate on death every day. Having been born, we are subjected to death. You know. If we do this every day, then we have something to remind us and prepare our mind when things happen, and we say, yeah, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
And when you don't feel any sadness, then you're partially enlightened already. Because the purpose is to help you eliminate your sadness, your dukkha, when someone passes away.
Yeah. Luckily, we have your teaching to keep reminding ourselves. So
Yeah. Somehow, if I think of it hard, so I just Buddha, at least reduce part of it.
Yeah. You should be able to feel nothing at all when somebody dies or yourself die. If you don't feel anything when you die, then and the other people die, you won't feel anything either.
that is normal. It's normal.
Okay, and you have any question besides what you just mentioned?
No, just a good reminder, and I think just want to listen to your advice.
I think
and
Celia is a good example. She keeps contemplating on that.
That's good.
Okay, you should do that. Like
Yes,
the Buddha taught his assistant, Ananda, he should contemplate on that. Every breath of his breathing, in or out. That if you breathe in, when you don't breathe out, then you die. When you breathe out and when you don't breathe in, you die. That is the definition of death in Buddhism. Not brain death or anything. It's breathing death. When you don't breathe, you die. When you stop breathing, you die.
So we are dying every few seconds, Ajahn. Like
No,
we don't breathe sometimes.
When you have to stop breathing before you die.
Totally stop.
If you still breathe out and breathe in, then you're still alive.
Okay.
Okay. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. You have to
Yeah.
go and study soon.
Yeah. Yes.
Ajahn, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to see you, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you.
How long will this course last?
And 3 more weeks, Ajahn.
3 more weeks. Okay.
3 more weeks. Yeah.
Then you'll come back regularly.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Ajahn.
Thank you.
Go to Alfredo from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ubeka.
Hi, Bante.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Feeling
Meditation.
good? Feeling good? Feeling happy?
Yes, more or less.
More or less. I mean, more happiness and less happiness sometimes. More.
Yes. I have a problem last month with a girl. Very difficult to me.
Because you love her. If you don't love her, then you wouldn't have any problem with her.
She has a family, a daughter, and work a lot. And he begin to loud, to speak loud. Problem. And separate.
Mm-hmm.
Bante,
yes.
in Jana's Bante, immaterial things is for Jana, né? But we can't to imagine immaterial things, special, infinite conscious, nothing, and perception and non-perception. Is can to possible to thinking about this, Bante?
Thinking about what?
Immaterial Janus is space infinite, conscience infinite, nothing, and perception and non-perception. Immaterial things, immaterial mind.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the jhana level, I think, isn't it?
Yes. Immaterial Janus. No material, immaterial, in for jhana.
Yeah, this is when you concentrate, the deeper concentration you get to these experiences.
Yes, but nothing in apana samadhi, Bante. Only induced. Only thinking about this. The same is anatta is the same of nothing base, né, Bante?
I don't know. I don't think I can answer your question here.
My question is if it's possible thinking about immaterial things.
What do you mean by thinking about material things?
Thinking special, infinite special, infinite conscience.
Yeah, you cannot think. You have to experience it. Thinking about Canada and going to Canada are two different things. Yeah.
But it's only in apana samadhi you made to experience.
So you have to go deeper, but from the fourth jhana, you have to go to the rupa jhana to experience these things. So you have to increase your concentration so you can go deeper into your mind, inside your mind.
Yes, only in apana samadhi.
It's like diving in the ocean. The deeper you go down, you experience different things.
Yes.
But it's not necessary for the practice of getting rid of your defilement. All you need is just the fourth jhana is enough to support your wisdom to get rid of your defilement. But if you have this ability to enter deeper, it's okay also. Some meditators have very strong mindfulness and can go deeper beyond the fourth jhana into the fifth, the sixth, seventh, and eighth jhana.
Yes.
But the result is the same as far as using these jhanas to support your wisdom to get rid of your defilement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I understand, but if that's my mind is very thinking, and it's no so good, no, but the thinking is
thinking don't get you there. You have to stop thinking and concentrate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but okay.
All right. Is that all for tonight?
Yes, but
Okay, good. I'll go to Penang. So.
Ajahn, good evening. Listening today, no question.
Okay, good to see you. And Peppa and Mommy. Where is Peppa?
Peppa is with her dad. So
With her dad.
yeah, so she cannot join because if she with her dad, she cannot live. As
Okay.
you may know, yeah. So I have one thing to tell you, maybe two things. The first one is this doll that you give to her on the day that we went to the temple, and then it was so surprised because before the day that we went to the temple, she draw the picture about like the unicorn ice cream with a painting with a pastel color. So it's really look like this
I
doll.
see.
And yeah, and she named the ice cream like Cherry, and then she named this doll like Cherry too. And yeah, this let me think like there are no coincidence in this world. Yeah, is was very happy with this. And another one that I want to tell you that I'm going to the Dhamma retreat and meditation course from Tuesday to Sunday.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Practice. Yeah. Find peace and happiness being alone.
Mm-hmm. And thanks to the person that argue about the shock situation. If it is what like maybe were before, I think I cannot listen to the situation that they say, but now I can like accept it. And I thought about my dad. He was died from accident that at that time I was so shocked, and I shocked for like 5 months. I cannot even cry. But then now, yeah, I know that everyone have to die, and is normal. Die is normal. So it's not matter how he died. It is normal. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Good. This is the effect of the Buddha's teaching on our
yeah,
mind.
it's helped me a lot. I feel like because at first I was stuck with this problem, like he died, like how he hurt, like many things that I got stuck, but now I'm free with this.
Before the mind doesn't want to accept the facts, so try to find excuses or reason why people have to die, why I have to die now, or why do I have to die this way, and so forth.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to deal with death effectively. The only way is to face it and accept it.
Yeah.
And besides, if you go deeper, you'll see that the thing that dies isn't anybody at all, not your father. The body is just a puppet used by your father to communicate with our puppet. Our body are puppets, and we need the body like we need the phone to communicate with each other. Our body is just like an iPhone. The user is not the body. The user is the mind. and the mind doesn't die with the body. When the iPhone breaks down, you get a new iPhone. When this body breaks down, you go get a new body. If you still cannot stop your cravings, then you go get another iPhone, get another body to use. That's all. The user of the body doesn't die with the body.
Yeah.
Your father didn't die with the body. Your father probably got a new iPhone now somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
You're welcome. We go to Bangkok again for B. Ravin.
Hi, good evening, Prajaan. It's quite an interesting perspective there that you mentioned about the body, not being part of us. So I was trying to relate to, us, like purchasing a new body once we die, and what we used to purchase is the karma that we possess from this and the past lifetimes. Is that the correct analogy?
What do you mean, karma?
Like when our body dies, our mind will look for a new body. And the
Yes.
body that our mind will get will depend on what karma we have produced from this lifetime and our previous lifetimes.
Yes, if you did more good karma than bad karma, you get a better body, you get a good body. If your bad karma is more than your good karma, then you get a bad body. Maybe not a strong but healthy body, not a long living body, or not a good looking body. This can come from your good or bad karma. Okay.
All right, that makes sense. Okay, so my question today, Prajaan, is regarding the rains retreat. I noticed that a number of people tend to go and spend 3 months of the rain retreat in a temple or seclusion somewhere. So my question is, what is the significance of having a rains retreat, and how is it different from other periods of the year for us Buddhists?
Well, rain retreat is usually was for the monks only. During the time of the Buddha, monks traveled by walking, and sometimes they had to cut across the field to shorten the distance of their travel. During the rainy seasons, the farmers are plowing and planting their plants on the field. So sometimes monks just walk across this field and causing damage to the crops, to the plants. So the farmer went to the Buddha and complained about the situation. So the Buddha then told the monk during the rainy season, 3 months, they should stop traveling, going on places, stay in one place instead, and concentrate on their meditation or study with the teacher. So this is the practices for the monk. And nowadays, when lay people see monk concentrate on study and practice during the rainy season, they also want to follow suit. That's all. So they want to do something special during the rainy season, the rain retreat. Some take up a vow to give food every day. Some take up a vow to keep the 5 precepts. Some take up the vow to meditate every day. Some even take up the ordination vow and become a monk for 3 months. This is a Thai tradition. Every Thai male at the age of 20 should ordain as a monk for at least 3 months during the rain retreat. It has been the old tradition. And nowadays, with the modern technology and development in material things, people find they don't have much time to go for to take a sabbatical, to take a leave from their work. So nowadays they may be able to ordain for 15 days or 1 month at the most. So this is the rain retreat from the 8th month, late lunar month, to the 11th lunar month. Wherever you are, if you're a monk, if you're in Canada, in Thailand, or in America, when this date comes, then you start your rain retreat. You don't go travel. Except you have some emergency, you're allowed to go for 7 days. Like if your teacher, your father, your parents get sick and you have to go look after them. Or if you're invited by a lay person to go to offer you dana, give you invitation to go and do chanting at the house to bless the house or something. And if you're invited to go on an invitation, then you can go. But otherwise, you should stay put. So this is the tradition that has been practiced since the time of the Buddha. So Buddhists feel that this is the time to concentrate on spiritual practices. During the whole year, you've been spending time on material development. Now you want to do some spiritual development instead. Because ultimately, it's the spiritual part that survives. The physical part don't survive. The mind continues on after the body dies. So whatever you did for the body, they all went to the garbage bin. And it's useless to you. As a spirit, you cannot take anything with you, except the good and bad karma that you have developed when you're still alive, like dana, sila, and pavana. These are things that you can take with your spirit. The spirit can take with it. It makes the spirit happy, peaceful, and calm. So it go to a happy state. Without the practice of dana, sila, and pavana, when the body dies, the spirit will probably go to a bad state. Okay, so this is more important. The spiritual development, not the physical development. But people, if they don't study the teaching of the Buddha, they don't see this importance of the spiritual development. So they concentrate on the material or physical development. And when they die, they lose everything that they have developed.
So it's like we work so hard to earn so much money, earn so much fame, reputation, and just to throw it all away at the time of death.
Yeah. You come into this world with nothing, and when you leave this world, you take nothing with you.
It's funny how the human mind works. We work so hard to develop a legacy, to become rich, become famous, and then at the end of the day, everybody has the same outcome, which is death.
Yeah. It's because they have delusions. That's why you need an enlightened person like the Buddha to teach us the truth, to wake us from our delusion. Our delusion think that we are the body, and we only exist with the body. So after the body dies, we won't be able to do anything. So we must do whatever we want with the body now. So we concentrate on material, physical development, because we don't understand, we don't know that we have another part of us called the spiritual part. This is something people don't know, the spiritual part. They think it's more like a belief or fantasy, not real. But it's very real, the spiritual
is.
part of us.
Yes, it is. Especially when doing meditation, we can see that it's real.
You get to know the spiritual part more when you meditate. Okay.
Yes, it's the
Anything
Dharma
else?
medicine. Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Prajat.
Okay. Claudia from Germany. Have you moved to Switzerland yet?
Good afternoon from Germany, Tana-chan. Currently, we are clearing our home and already started to put things into boxes. So in 3 weeks, we will get the key in Basel for our new home.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will take some more weeks until we finally will
move there permanently.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now you're busy packing and sending stuff away.
Yes. Oh, there is so much stuff to put away, and I just let go a lot of things. But of course, I take all my Dhamma books with me.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most important thing.
Just take the essential, leave the non-essential alone behind, give it away to charity.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what I definitely, or what's essential to me, are the books. Of course, you wrote, and as soon as we settle down in Basel, and as soon I have more time, I will continue translating your books.
Good.
And I also, to me, also the books of Ajahn Mahabua and Ajahn Chah are essential. So they are so good and useful for me. Okay. So this is very important to me to take it with me.
But you should also do practice. You should do meditation practices as well.
Yes, yes. I want to take advantage of the time while I stay at home. And of course, I would like to go as often as possible to Kandersteg, to the Dhammapala monastery, where Kenneth took us to. And there is also a Theravada group in Basel, where I want to connect with the people and practice as much as possible.
Good. Okay.
So no questions today. I enjoyed.
Okay. So you're not working right now. You start working.
Currently, I work. I think the English translation is on duty call. So I reduced my working hours, but when I needed in like a kindergarten with disabled children, they call me, and then I go to work. But I reduced my working time from about 34 hours to 20 hours per week.
I see. So you have more time for yourself. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll go to Diana now. Diana from Wales. Which part of Wales you're in? Cardiff?
A bit further west, near the coast.
Near the coast. Cornwall. Yeah. Cornwall is in England.
Yes. Yes. But we are the same west.
Same, yeah, right. on the same coast. On the same coast.
Yeah. I was interested in what you were saying about contemplation of pain. I wasn't very well, and I was in a lot of discomfort, and I did find sort of comfort in thinking, this is my body, it's not me.
That's right. It's your iPhone. Your body is your iPhone.
Yeah.
You're the user.
But I suppose contemplation of pain, we need to do it when we're not in pain to be able to remember it when we are.
That's right. You have to do it now, so that when you're in pain, then you know how to do it properly. You have to make preparation first. So that when the time comes for you to do the real thing, then you can do it perfectly well and easy.
And practice with the little things.
Yeah. Practice make perfect,
For when we die.
Yeah, when you die or when you get real sick, then you have to go through chemotherapy or radiation or surgery, and at least you can reduce half of your pain. Your mental pain you can reduce, but the physical pain you have to endure it. You have to live with it, which is not as severe as your mental pain. So yes, just study the nature of pain and see that it is a natural phenomena that you cannot do anything about it. Only thing you can do is to learn to live with it by calming your mind, by stopping your mind from reacting, from desiring for the mind or the pain to go away. This is the one that causing the mental pain, which is much more excruciating than the physical pain.
And when we fight accepting pain, we make our bodies tense and the pain is worse, I think.
That's right. Yeah. Just stop reacting. Just use mindfulness or mantra or meditation, whichever method you can do it. Use it. Stop the mind from reacting. Leave the pain
Lots
alone.
of practice.
That's why we need to do it now when we're not sick, when there's no painful feeling. And the key is mindfulness. The key to this is mindfulness. So keep developing, keep maintaining mindfulness all day long. Try to stop your mind from thinking. Because it's the thinking that caused you to have the desire, to have the cravings. You can stop thinking, then the mind stop reacting.
Thank you. Lots to think about.
Yeah, lots of practice, lots of mindfulness practice. Okay, good. At least you know what to do. All right, good. We'll go to Toronto now. Fial, Indira.
Hi, Bante.
Good morning from
Ajaan.
Toronto. I'm
Yeah,
Ajaan.
good evening from Thailand.
So nice to see you as always. Pian, if you go with the questions, you have to go fast.
Okay, now I think there was a question from Ramya and Anura about Vipassana Jhana. Can you hear me, Bante?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to kind of add something, a comment to this. I think the Sayadaw, the Burmese tradition emphasizes on this a lot, but I never found anything directly quoted in the sutra called Vipassana Jhana. But there is a sutra kind of citing Vipassana, Pubbanga, Samatha. Vipassana starts first and then go to Samatha. So that's, I think, in Anguttara Nikaya 4.170. But either way, there is no direct reference in the sutra. But I think there is an article, like a review article. I just want to, it's called Buddhism Without Nirvana or Nirvana Without Buddhism. It's a review article by Alexander Wayne. He kind of specifically says that Venerable Lady Sayadaw, I just read the quote here. By considering that jhana might be too difficult to be practiced by the laity, Ledi followed the Visuddhimagga in allowing a weak form of meditative absorption instead of cultivating jhana proper, and from there access concentration to insight. So in other words, there was a fear that that colonial Burma, that it might die. So he want to kind of change the practice in a different way, using the Visuddhimagga to like a jhana, which is like a weak form of jhana. So he did. I guess he did with good intention, but I think that this is where the Vipassana movement was born, like going further down the line. So that's why this Vipassana jhana, the term came, our dry Vipassana term came along, but is never mentioned in the sutra. I guess you cannot bypass in a way Samma Samadhi, that is the 4 jhanas. I mean, you have the Eightfold Path, you have to go through the Samma Samadhi. So I guess Vipassana it comes after Samma Samadhi, Samma Jnana. So this is just what I want to kind of highlight how this article talks about just addition, just like a additional point.
Yes, I think lots of lay people, lay practitioners, they found it difficult to develop jhanas because they don't have the time to go into seclusion, because this requires seclusion to be alone. So they resort to vipassana as they are the mean. Yeah, and I think they're just fooling themselves. That's all. That they can go directly to vipassana and then achieve enlightenment there. Because they might say that when the Buddha gave Dhammatalk, some people can become enlightened right away. But they don't know that the person became enlightened. Usually, they already had jhana, which wasn't mentioned in the sutta. That's all. But it was presumed that that person must have jhana.
That's right.
Like when he first gave the first Dhammatalk to the 5 ascetics, they all have jhanas already.
Yes.
So it's easy for them to become enlightened when they're given vipassana teaching to them. But for us, we're listening to Dhamma all our life now, and we still haven't got enlightened. We understand the Four Noble Truths, we understand the 3 characteristics of existence, but we cannot apply it. Our defilements keep blocking us from doing it.
That's right. So
our defilement is much stronger than our mind.
Yeah, taking from that point, the 5 ascetics, the Panchivagya, I think Anatma Lakkhana Sutra is called in modern terms, but it says Anitya Dukkha Anatma. So what is he's put in a more logic. Buddha talks about what is body. So it's a question and answer. In other words, is a body permanent or form permanent? The monk's answers no, it's not permanent. If it's not permanent, is it suffering or not suffering? So they say it's suffering. If it's suffering, why do you have to call it yours? So that's how he goes with Q&A kind of a session. So it's like I was listening to a talk by Thanissaro Bhikkhu on not self, and he said the problem is a lot of people have difficulty in this deductive logic, and so they said they kind of reject this idea of not self. But he tells this is a more pragmatic logic because it's useful for practical purposes. So you should not go with the deductive logic as per directly interpreting the sutra, but it's like a more pragmatic. Like if you cling, if you say it's permanent, then you're going to cling, and then it's going to change and you're going to suffer. So it's like a more pragmatic. So therefore, it's not self. I mean, you should be able to keep the way you want. You can get not sick, die, or get old. You can, because it's the way it is.
Yes, it's not you. It's like a tree. Can you stop a tree from growing or stop growing? You cannot. The body is like a tree. You just happen to possess this body. The possessor cannot control the body, because the body is just like a natural phenomenon, a process that moves from beginning to end, from rising to ceasing.
So the conditions are there, body will exist. The conditions are gone, body will cease to exist.
Yeah, the logic here is to accept the truth, that's all. The truth of anicca, the truth of anatta. And there will be no dukkha. The problem is we have dukkha because we don't accept the truth of anicca and the truth of anatta.
Yes.
We want to make it permanent. We want to make it belonging to us.
Yeah. Clinging to it. Yeah.
And the other, just a comment that's actually, we talk about debt a lot today. And Ajahn Brahm has a joke, like there was a Buddhist coroner. So every time, as a coroner, you have to say, what is the cause of death, right? So the Buddhist coroner has one word, birth. So he has a stamp. He doesn't have to think the cause of death is birth.
Yeah, just stamp his birth.
Yeah, so he keeps typing birth. That's an easy job for him. Anyway, that's the kind of joke.
So Ajahn, so in short, like, so there's no way you can attain nirvana only with vipassana. You have to go to fourth jhana, and then that's the.
Yes, that's the because wisdom cannot apply by itself alone. It needs the support of jhana. That's why we have. That's why we have
Thank you
samma
so much.
samadhi.
Yeah.
Samma
Yes,
samadhi.
samma
He can bypass that. He can go straight to.
Then we can use the just noble seven noble paths.
Yes.
Yeah. Just forget the samma samadhi.
Instead of 8 noble paths, we call the 7 noble paths.
Yes. Actually, I answered this question with another monk on Saturday. So
he was trained in Burma.
He was trained in Burma, but I said the same thing. So, but then again, later I thought so I just thought, okay, so now I'm happy that it's right. Thank you, Thana. Yeah.
And
if samadhi wasn't necessary, then I don't think the Buddha would mention it at all, right? You can skip samadhi and just use vipassana.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Go straight to
Yes. And also it's so important to attain samadhi, that tranquility, that, when you are that still, it is easy to contemplate. Otherwise, when there is so much turmoil,
you see things more clearly here.
Clearly, and also easy to let go.
That's right.
The goal is to let go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you can do that with upekkha. Without upekkha, you won't be able to let go.
Yes.
You will react with love or hate or fear or delusion.
Yes. Actually, that is something I'm very grateful to you for, because metta, mudita, karuna, kind of, I always practice, but upekkha was something, difficult, but listening to you and learning from you, it has made it very much more easier, and I'm very grateful to you.
And
Thank you.
practical too in general life as well. It helps.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that. Happy to be of service.
Very much so.
Okay.
One more comment. The arupa jhanas that the other participant talking about, arupa jhanas. I think these are all different optional pathways of awareness release. There are different. Basically 4 jhanas are samma samadhi. That's what we commonly do. But obviously, we can go to different arupa jhana states if necessary. But those are optional pathways or avenues for awareness release. Just like loving kindness, there is then also awareness of emptiness. Anivita samadhi. So those are like different awareness release. Some people may use, but it's not necessarily you need those arupa jhanas for discernment.
You don't get any more upekkha than the 4th jhana. You get the same upekkha whether you know arupa jhana or not. So you don't need to go there. But for some people who have very strong concentration, strong mindfulness, then they might go there because they feel more peaceful and calm that way. But as far as the work of vipassana, you don't need this arupa jhana. Okay.
Thank you so much, Thana Ajahn. Teruan Saranai.
Okay, Willie from Indonesia.
Hi, good evening, Ajaan. Tonight I would like to ask your advice about my situation. Lately I was asked to start to study the scriptures, so that maybe in the future I can help to like teach the Metis when they have a program here. So far as time goes by, I find that it becomes less conducive to practice in this monastery because I have to get involved in more activities. So I would like to ask your comments, like should I think to get prepared to move to another monastery even before 5 years? I have another option in Thailand. There is a forest monastery which is under the patronage of the same abbot here. I stayed there before, and I think it is more conducive than here because there is a minimum activities. Although that was the situation like maybe about 3 years ago, I don't know how is it now. But if let's say I have to get prepared to move to another monastery, then should I start to save money for my expense just in case? Because currently so far I give away most of my money, and I just keep the minimum amount just in case I need to go home if there is an emergency at home. So what do you think, Dhanachan?
I don't know. You get yourself locked in the circle, I guess. You need money, so you have to work, then you won't be able to practice. And when you get money, you think you can practice. But then you find a place that they don't allow you to practice. They want you to study.
Yeah. So yeah, if saving, maybe if I continue to, if I wait to have some money, based on my experience here for the past 1 year, since they give some allowance for me, and if there are events, maybe some lay people also give some money to me. So I think maybe I still can save from the money I receive and just make do with whatever amount I have. If let's say I can't have enough money to move out or to travel to Thailand, then I just try my luck. Or how is it, Thanachan?
Well, I think it's better to stay in your own country, less problem. You go to another country, you're going to have to deal with the visa requirement. And also many other issues might arise. So it's better if you can stay in your own country and practice in your own country, but you just want to find a place where you can practice and not have to worry about having money to pay for your expenses. Meaning that you can live and work for the minimal, make yourself useful, not work, but make yourself useful in exchange for the free expenses that you can get from the monastery. So then you don't have to worry about working to make money to pay for your expenses. Just work in the monastery, but not actually working, but do things in exchange for your stay there. Make yourself useful, and just get food, whatever is available, whatever the monastery has for you. Whether food or lodging or things. Just be content with what the monastery can provide. Better this way. And it has to be a practice monastery, and with a good teacher. But this might be a lot hard to find, all these requirements. But somehow you just have to make the best of it.
Yeah.
But going back to work, I think that's going back to zero again. You're halfway there now, so why don't you push forward, looking for some some I don't know, maybe you can talk with the people you're staying with now and say, can you just do the practice and not study?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, initially, I also think that I prefer to stay in Indonesia so that I don't have to worry about the visa. But so far, I cannot find another better place. Yeah. So I don't know.
If you
Or
you have to worry about visa, and you just have to go back and forth. Sometimes you have to leave the country to renew your visa.
what I know is since I'm a Meiji now, the abbot can help me to apply for the 1-year visa, the non-immigrant visa. So I think maybe it will be easier now, but just that for the expense, I'm not sure how it will be like. Yeah. So
Well, right now you are not doing the practice. Now you worry about how to survive as a Meiji, I guess, and find a place where you can practice. So you're a long way off from your practice right now.
yeah, I mean, apart from the activities that I have to help out, and when I want to practice and then there is a hindrance here and there, it's like it makes me sometimes discouraged, like after I get some calm and then suddenly something pops up and then everything goes away again. So it's like it's difficult. I mean, yeah, that's why I was thinking, should I go out or should I try my best to be contented with what I have now and stop to
Well,
worry to go?
the goal is to practice and not anything else. If you can do practice, that's what you look for.
Okay, so I just make do with whatever available here. I mean, with whatever activities. I mean, just make do with the condition I have now.
Whatever, the goal is to have the time to do the practice. So you just have to figure out how to do that. I just give you a general advice, but specifically I cannot tell you.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know what
see.
kind of conditions you have in your country, how many monasteries there are that can support your need for practice.
Okay. So if I cannot find one, so I just stay.
How about
put.
Ajaan Wong Sin? I heard Ajaan Wong Sin. He's a Kammatana Bhikkhu.
I stay with him, Tanachan. I am staying in his monastery. I'm ordained under him.
And you're
So
staying right now. You're
Yeah.
staying in his monastery.
Yes, yes,
I thought that his monastery is in Bandung
yes. That monastery. I'm staying in that monastery.
right now,
Yes.
and they don't let you practice. They want you to study.
Initially, yes, I can practice like most of the time. It's very minimum work, and I can, I don't need to really get involved in the events, although they have some events. So it's like it's like that for the in the beginning. So that's why I chose to stay in this monastery. But as time goes by, it's like I can't really just focus on my practice and not help out in the event. I also feel that it is inappropriate. Like everybody is busy doing the event, so I start to help out. And yeah, and just recently that I was asked to start to study the scriptures. So that's why I was thinking, I mean, the situation changed, and that's what I think. I don't know how is it in the future.
Is Ajaan Wong Sin the abbot?
Yes, he is there, but and he asked me to study, to start to study lately.
I see.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how it goes, Tanajan. So I don't know how is it in the future, but I just feel that as time goes by, it is become less and less conducive to practice. It is different when I first few months stay here.
Generally speaking, it's very hard to find a real practice monastery where they allow you just to do the practice and nothing else.
Yeah. So far, most of the monasteries, yes, Tanajan.
Okay. They want, I think a lot of monastery now wants to become a missionary instead of being a meditation monastery. They want to do missionary work.
Yes, that's what I find out, Tanajan. Like most of the monasteries and monks is like emphasize on being a missionary more than focus on the meditation itself.
Okay, it's your
So,
bad luck, I guess. What can I say?
so yeah,
Okay,
this.
I think we take enough time already. There's still
Okay.
other people.
Okay, thank you, Tanajan.
Go to, what's your name? I forgot. I haven't seen you a while. From Pennsylvania. Somchai.
Yeah, Galton Pajan, yeah, the change from N3 PTA to Sunshine. That's a boy, you have to talk, I have to do it. And yeah, Galton Pajan, well, it's a speak of from the needle to the satellite today. That's a pretty basic. And so beside that, I just come to, I come to respect and really respect, and also I try to apply that is more you do that, more you know, you don't know. It's the way how it is, I think. More you do that, it's not, it's a more you learn.
The more you learn, the less you know.
That's what I try to say. So that's amazing. The way I thinking about the book you said when you came to study at the engineer at the University of California, you stay there and you have a car, you drive until now. And I can see it. I said, amazing how you can all the way up to here. Even though you use 7 years ahead of me. I am, even though I still, but anyway, that's beside the point. But so I try to do that. Sometimes I lost that. I lost the precept once in a while, couple, but not all of them. But I start keep forward, like keep doing it. And so it's that's what I try to say. It's speaking of the body, like a cell phone, it's probably not includes charging, the wire charger came with it too. Like it not include the battery or something.
Yes, you have to eat. The food that you eat is like the charger. The food, the air that you breathe, this is our charger.
That's but well, all right, and I just come to nice to see you and happy to see you, because I try to have a comment here said, how not make another monk or another professor do like you do again, like a once a week again. So it's sometime I can get on 1 week and yeah, just do exactly like what you do. I think it would be nice on that. But anyway, so the way you do it is kind of help all around the world. And yes, that's my comment that. But again, in you still can walk well too much. You can use that golf cart to do that. I do that. Oh, okay. So
it's okay. It's no problem. I can deal with it.
All right, and other than that, today I return to homework to you is I'm missing some, but I start doing it. Some of them I missing it, but I still keep doing. But make me calm down pretty good right now. It just cannot change nobody, like you tell me. So it is cannot change no one unless change yourself. So that's
Yes, you cannot change other people. Change yourself better.
It's just okay. Thank you. So,
Good.
that's all for today.
Go to intent. Are you intent? Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia, Lombok.
Okay. What can I do for you?
I have one question, Lombok. If I want to develop my metta, the best way is I more practice meditasi metta bhavana or have another way.
Bhavana doesn't give you metta. Metta is when you have to give. You have to give people things, make other people happy. This is metta. Be nice to other people.
Okay.
Chanting or bhavana doesn't give you metta. You have to do the action. When you see people, be nice to them, be kind to them, help them, then this is metta. Okay? Not by chanting, not by bhavana.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I mean metta bhavana.
What do you metta bhavana? What about it? You say you have how to improve, how to have more metta.
Yes. So I mean when I practice metta bhavana, it's can develop my metta.
No.
No.
It can improve your meditation. Bhavana is meditation. You can use good thought or kind thought to calm your mind. Like if you meditate and you become angry with someone, then you use metta to calm your anger.
Okay.
But you have to do the action to have more metta. When you meet people, then you should be nice to other people. This is metta. Be nice, be kind, be helpful. This is metta. You have to do this. The more you do, the more metta you have. Not for meditation.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Lombok.
All right. We'll go to Malaysia. Alvin from Kuala Lumpur.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm just listening. Thanks. I'm going Christian. Thank you.
Okay, Belinda from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. Very good listening. A lot of things to comment, but I think it's best just to stay silent for now.
Better to learn than say anything.
Yes. I've been slave to the monkey mind. The monkey is my boss. so we've been slave to the monkey mind. So
Right,
try to
calm your monkey mind. Okay, just listen.
Has it been also doing online retreat? Doing as much as possible. It's good enough. Still doing it.
Okay. Do whatever you can. Online,
a lot of hindrances.
Offline, or whatever. Do as much practice as you can. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan.
You're welcome. Go to Aroka. Aroka. What's this fancy? Are you on a fancy party?
Time for sharing. Sadhu. Time for sharing. No, that's my hood. That's my kuti.
I see.
Wherever I go with this, I have no wind, I have no shadow, so I can meditate.
I see. Okay.
My body is hard because I sleep on the ground long years. So, and I have nothing to be roped, whatever. It's okay. So far I meditate, it's okay. So far I keep my buto. Then I don't interfere with the Dhamma. And then it shows really fantastic things. I could write a book every day. It would make a bestsellers, I tell you. But when you put the ego, then you become a target, or as a victim, or as a showing. Steady. But because the buto, then it's no time for interfere. So I use this as a tool. If I have to bring my dog to the doctor like I did today, then I have to talk. But as far as I'm back, yeah. And sometimes I have some day, like yesterday, I could meditate all day on. Let's hope that we can do a month like this. Huh? Let's see if I find this month of everyday meditating. I'm looking for that, sir.
Good. Do as much meditation as you can. The best thing for you is to meditate.
That's what you told me before I left your quarters there. Whatever you do, meditate all the time. And then
it will keep you happy, peaceful, and calm and content.
Yeah, that pretty comes up. But after pretty, then it's indifferent, kind of indifferent. So upeka, it's a kind of indifference, right?
It's not. It's more contentment than indifference. You're content, so you don't have to do anything or say anything.
Yeah. But in upeka, you can see the ego, right? Before it acts, you can I catch you, and then don't do that. Or not? In upeka.
Upeka allows you to be able to leave everything alone. Detach from everything is upeka. When you have upeka, you are detached from everything. Everything, you can leave everything alone. People can say good things to you, say bad things to you, and you leave them alone. You just let them be. That's upeka.
And is also that if you're gonna take coffee or something, you are a little bit in slow motion because you don't want to make a mess. When you're gonna make something, you make careful. And when you don't move, you don't think. It's like this.
I don't understand what you're saying.
No, I have this with the coffee when I was among the monks, and I have to be among them because the coffee time. Then I want to pay attention in what I was doing, so it was more slowly than normal ways.
That's being mindful.
Okay. And with jhanas, then you can foresee your after jhanas, you can foresee the thoughts coming, like you have a peaceful open sky, and then come a cloud. You can see it from far away, right? And then you keep your mantra, whatever you are busy, right?
That's right. When you come out of jhana, you start to think, then you can watch every thought that comes up easily than before you have jhana. Before you have jhana, your mind is crowded with all kinds of thoughts. Populated with all sorts of thoughts. But when you're into jhana, you erase all thoughts. Make your screen blank. your mind screen or your mental screen blank. And when you come out of jhana, then the thoughts start coming up like subtitle on a movie, you know. You can see them come up and then you can control them. You can stop them or you can let them go, let them come.
Yeah, I just don't react on it. You better keep in the mantra, right?
If you want to stop the thought, then you have to use the mantra again. If you cannot stop it with mindfulness alone.
Okay, I find a way to keep my Bhutto because it was very difficult for me to use Bhutto, all the process along that we are together. So, but now I find a way very effective. And because Bhutto alone was too abstract for me. Then I do like Bhutto. That's 8 times. And then Bhutto 1. Bhutto 2. And then until 10 and then come back. And then what happened? Sometimes I stay like here in at your sending. Long time I have to come back to the 1. I don't go farther than 1. But still it's working somehow. But then you have a reference how much you are going. And you can use this later for to enter Upeka, then you know how many times you are when you sit down. And then if you want to use this system, for instance, then you notice that day by day you enter easier. And then the slope, the feeling for sleeping torpor, it's leaving. For when you long time not meditating like I was, I had a lot of torpor, then I have to sleep, I slept, and then I wake up, I go on meditating. That's my way. And then second day is less, third day, fourth day, it's already gone. Then become energy, vidya. The torpor leave the body, and then I start to be very active. That's what I want to share with you today.
Okay, thank you.
And show my kuti. This is my
Okay.
kuti. And that's the lake in the front, the garden.
I see. You're on
Okay.
the porch, you're on the veranda.
Yes, and I used to meditate outside at night because very silent. And I have even urinoir that I'm gonna make like I did in the kut there. When I want fasting, then I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. Good.
Because it's safe, you know. I don't know the surrounding here to go to the forest yet. Here is safe. Here's no crocodiles, no cobras, no miran, the antis, no spiders, and I have 2 doors for my front door, so no noise, and nobody's welcome here. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. I have to go now. Okay, we are running out
Thank
of
you,
time.
sir. Thank you very much.
All right.
For your attention. Thank you.
You're welcome. Riona Charlotte from Indonesia, Surabaya.
Yes, morning, Ajahn. Today I have a question. So, what kind of the idle chatter in Third Noble Egg footpath, and what are the effects if someone do idle chatter?
Idle chatter is talking nonsense,
Yes.
talking things that isn't useful, beneficial, like gossiping. This is idle chatter. So you should talk something useful, beneficial, that provides the listener with knowledge, not just speaking something that doesn't give any benefit to the listener. Like we're talking about the Dhamma, this is not idle chatter. We're talking about academic things, knowledge, how to meditate, how to develop wisdom, how to develop samadhi, mindfulness. This is not idle chatter. But if you talk about somebody's being rich or poor or whatever, this is idle chatting. Okay, understand?
Yes, and what is the effect of idle chatter?
What? Can you repeat what you said?
Yes, yes, the effect.
What did you say? Can you repeat what you said?
What is the effect of if someone saying about the idle chatter?
What to do with them when they say idle chatter to you? Just let them say, but you don't have to join them. If you can excuse yourself, then excuse yourself. Go away. Go do something more useful. Try to avoid people who like to do idle chatting. Try to associate with people who talks about knowledge, give you knowledge, so you can learn something. Don't waste your time with people with idle chatter. It's useless, not beneficial. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn, for the answer.
All right. You're welcome. Go to Penang. Christine, go ahead.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have no question. I come in and happy listening. May you be well and happy. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Go to London, Dean Santachito. Santachito.
Good evening, Luang Por.
You are there in Samang now?
Yes, sir. Luang Por Suchart. Thank you for the 2 hours of demonstrating. I'm just listening to your voice and how you patiently, consistently demonstrate to me. So I just witnessed your 2 hours of your demonstration. So this is enough. I got no question. So we hope you rest well tonight. And I hope to see you more frequently.
Okay, thank you for your blessing. I hope you continue to be a monk for as long as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see how.
Okay. Keep meditating. Keep mindfulness. And then you can stay as a monk. Stop thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So, okay, I will go to Facebook now for some more questions. Could you any questions on Facebook or YouTube?
Yes, we have 6 questions this evening so far. The first question is from Terry Shi. I have recently had my MRI done and my orthopedic specialist doctor informed that I have cervical and lumbar spondylosis, but I am not too concerned of the condition. Rather, I am more concerned with my practice. In my situation, I do know that it has been tough and it's going to be a lot tougher for me to practice during the excruciating pain on my spine. I do not wish to opt for surgery as I could end up paralyzed. The question is it okay to lean my back on a supporting flat surface when I sit in silence? Thank you, Ajaan Suchart.
I guess you don't want to cause the body greater pain. So if you can find a position which can reduce the pain, I think that's the sensible thing to do. Unless you want to use the pain as your object of your practice, then you just don't want to handle the pain, to manage the pain. You want to use this pain as a test of your practice, whether you can pass this test or not, whether you can live with this pain without having to manage it. Just leave the pain alone. Then you can use this as your method of practice.
The next question.
Okay, go ahead.
The next question is from Ryan Fong. Dear Tanajan, what is the relationship between the mind and the physical brain? For example, if the brain is diseased, is the quality of the mind affected?
No. The mind and the body are two separate persons. The mind is like the user, and the body is it's like the phone. So something wrong with the phone doesn't affect the user, right? It's two separate things, having nothing to do with each other.
The next three questions are from Pauline Soon. The first question is, how do we deal with the phenomena in the mind when it always wants to get up from continuous meditation?
Want to get what? Get up from?
From sitting meditation, from doing meditation continuously. So how do we deal, with the mind that wants to get out of that situation?
You have to stop the mind. Use a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto.
The next question is, I used to focus watching and knowing the flow of breath in and out every moment. Is this right, Ajaan?
Yes.
And the last question is, Ajaan, in my evaluation of my practice from time beginning and now, I notice my mind is controlled by defilement. The mind is not serious in practice. Take it too easy. What should I do, Ajaan?
Well, you just have to be more serious, that's all. Give more time to your practice if you want to be serious.
And the last question is from I May Soon. Dear Tanajan, if we see someone begging for money and we choose not to give, will this bring bad karma?
No, it just means you're not getting any good karma. You're not making any good karma. If you give money away, you're doing dana, so you're doing good karma. If you don't give any money, then you don't do any good karma.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. I think that's about it for tonight. We just run out of time. So thank you for your participation. I hope our conversation will help you advance in your practice and inspire you to do more. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
กราบสาธุเจ้า
Thank you,
ค่ะ
Ajahn.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ajahn.
Thank
Sadhu,
you.
sadhu.
Best wishes. Thank you, Longpo.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pranam.
everyone.
Ajahn,
Amen.
thank you.
Thank you,
Everyone.
boy. Boy, so thank you so much. And we'll
Take
see
care,
you next
admin.
time.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
บ๊ายบายอนุโมทนาค่ะ
No matter what.
ครับสวัสดีครับ